sun fades behind the fight. Every scar is a story, every tear is a flame. In this game of survival, nothing stays the same. We break, we fall, but we rise again. Through shattered hopes and the cries of men. Through the darkness, through the pain, we'll build again. We'll stand through the rain. The trials may come, but I won't bow. This is my fight and I'll make it somehow. The road is long, the nights are cold, but the dreams I carry burn like gold. In the chaos, I found my place. A spark of hope in the empty space. We've lost so much, we've given more, but through the trials we'll restore. Through the darkness, through the pain, we'll build again. We'll stand through the rain. The trials may come, but I won't bow. This is my fight and I'll make it somehow. Every fall, we learn to stand. Through the darkness, through the pain, we'll build again. We'll stand through the rain. The trials may come, but I won't bow. This is my fight and I'll make it somehow. Make it somehow. Make it somehow.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pax Dei, Emphyr Search for Steel. I'm your host, and we'll be taking you through a couple different things today. And of course, I have to do some housekeeping because I had an issue with one of my mics today and yesterday. Sounds like it's doing okay. All right, so today we will hope you had a great day so far. What we're going to do is we're going to do a couple, mind exercises, if you will, that will keep you motivated and keep the strategy in Pax Dei for your character and your clans and your party and your friends, so you keep motivated, especially during early access. The other thing we'll be exploring is the psychology of the motivation of motivation itself and maintaining that healthy mindset. We're at the beginning of the year. Let's start off understanding where we are, where we want to be, what we want to become this year. Remember, we've talked about beliefs and everything in earlier podcasts. We can change those, but it takes time. It takes a lot of work. It needs our critical thinking minds to, if you will, besiege our beliefs, our values, and our preconceived notions. So one of the things that I started doing is asking questions up front. So let us throw that question in the chat. And this one is, what motivates you most when playing Pax Day or other games? Share your thoughts in the chat. So what motivates me is I want to meet people. I get friendships out of it, from Pax Day to EVE Online. EVE Online, I've met people around the world. Have a lot of good times. Actually meet up in IRL and just have a blast, talk about things that happen in the game, the hilarity that happens, the tough times that may happen. And I keep in mind in my back pocket that everybody plays the game for different reasons. Some want to enjoy it, some want to escape reality a little bit, which is not a bad thing, not a negative thing at all. But knowing the motivations of other players and other characters, especially if in a role-playing server, you can really start to manifest a character evolution, a character arc. But you can also look inward for yourself and find motivating factors of what you want to do in the world. So right now I'm going to make yeast as we talk because I need it. No, that was making malt. That was making malt. I can make yeast in here. I've been making a lot of bread today. I've gone up 2 levels. And this is where you want to strategize. Everything you build, and keep in mind, and I'll give you my journal here. I have pretty much everything up to level 20. Not everything. As you can see, my winemaking and brewing, I'm going to bring up to level 20 here soon. That's what I'm targeting now. That's my strategy for this week. Baking should be also going up to level 20. I'm going to look for oat and barley. Those are the 2 that I'm going to look for. And how do I know that? Well, in this game, you can look in your journal for sure, but if you go over to your recipes, this tells you what you need. So oat is a primary food plant that I want, and I could actually get some wheat as well. And if I look at the cooking does cooking, brewing, and winemaking, and baking. So there's 3 things on this one table. If you look at Harvest Gold is a winemaking and brewing. I need weak ale base. I need yeast, water, and honey. Honey I'm producing here. I'm farming it at my location. Weak ale base is through the fermentation process, and I'll show you that here in a second. And Meadow Song Ale is a cloudy ale base with the same components of yeast and water. Water is the base for anything. So if you go over to the fermentation, I do cloudy ale base and weak ale base, and these are the 2 I have access to right now. In the other world, I had a little bit higher access to some things, but they changed the leveling. That's okay. But this is how we work and we strategize on the local level. I have been working with a clan, awesome group of people. I may be joining them, but they have this one area of the home valley, which they're just transforming, and they're having a great time transforming and building together and doing different things. And that is part of having a great game and staying motivated, is having friends to come and talk to. Most people, when they join a clan, they get a Discord. I highly advise that. Speaking to one another is easier than typing direct messages to one another. You do have the direct message area, but keep in mind that this isn't the end-all be-all. You're still typing, and they're still working on this chat area. And let's see, what do I have here? Okay. So with all that said, let me go get my armor on. We'll go get some supplies. And as you can see, my furnaces are going. Everything has an indication whether it's being used or not. So I want to point this out because this is part of your when you log on. My furnaces aren't doing anything, but as you saw, my windmills are turning. That means I'm crushing. I think it's oats actually. So I'm getting oat flour as we speak, and I'm doing a lot of wrought iron ingots because I started to level up my weaponsmithing, which takes a lot of wrought iron ingots. Since I'm going into the mists, I'll just go in my travel gear. I won't worry about anything else. But what I will do this time is I have been not great all day on this. I've been really poor on my management of my inventory and fighting. So with that said, all right, let's see. Definitely want one of those. Take that, put that one in here. Since I'm going that far, I don't want anything to get destroyed on me. As a matter of fact, you know what? I will do that. Because I need to make... I have shields in reserve. I should use them. If you make them and you get down to the durability down far enough, but you're not using them, it's kind of pointless, right? So just use them until they break, and then this one I can just toss aside in the wilderness. I don't have to bring it back or anything. I will bring my two-handed spear, and I will bring a one-handed spear that does not have too much damage on it. All right, so I'm set there, and then if I do one more, which one do I want to do? Let me see if I have another one-handed spear that has a decent durability. Here we go. I'll put it back here. So I have two-handed and one-handed. So here's part of the strategy, right? So when I'm going out, even to forage for non-combatant goods, I'll probably fight a couple bears because I can always use bear meat. But what you're looking at is I have bows at 40. My block is at 40. My great swords are at 39. I really got to get that up, but I don't. I want to make. All right, we'll pause for a second. My weaponsmithing. The one great sword that I want is here, and I'm going to need a large steel blade. So until I get that, I'm going to have to wait. Although I do have the filed mace now. That's interesting. It's a two-handed mace capable of delivering, and I can deliver the 16 and 24 right now with my current level, but its base is 8 and 24. So I maxed out my blocking, which gives me 100% blocking. So 8 turns into 16. My blunt is 24, and if you look at my mace, I'm at 11, so I'm not near there yet. But this is how you start strategize. You have to think a little bit. Math not required, honestly. But if you get that detailed, it does help. And players that you talk to during the game, they'll help out on certain ideas you have, or ideas equal strategy, right? That's why I wanted to bring it up today. Where you live is a little bit different, right? That's a strategy we went over already, but let us head north. That's where we're going. Oh wait, I didn't bring enough arrows. I am so glad. Always remember when you're traveling to carry everything that you possibly can, because you're not going to be able to do anything. Arrows I can get from branches. I can actually craft wooden arrows. They won't do any damage, but I can craft them, which is It's a fun technique if you're carrying a bow and you're like, well, what am I gonna do next? I don't have anything. You do. You just have wooden arrows. Since my bow is at 40, my arrows are actually pretty good. Even in wooden, I do pretty good damage. Let's see, not spectacular damage. So don't ever think that. And oh, before I leave, I should get some refreshing potions. Not that will go through 17 healing potions. Well, since I'm here, I might as well, right? Ooh, that's a different type of potion. I didn't realize. That's a tonic. This is a potion. So, names matter. Here's the potions. And then the Aegis potion. The Aegis potion is my runaway potion. If I need to run away, I have it. Alright, let's get on the road. And we're headed for the spooky forests and the spooky land. You know what? I keep saying those things, but I'll tell you. Let's see. This area up here. But let's see what it actually does. Let's see. That is the... maybe the Pale? The Forsaken Forest is in there. Yeah, it's got to be the Pale. So the Forsaken Forest and the Pale. So if you look at that map again, and zoom out, the Pale is everything around the Forsaken Forest. So that is where we're headed. And there I can get rosemary. I can probably get the bay mushrooms. So I'll try to do that as well while I'm out there. Oat, definitely. And any other type of bear, maybe. If I run into a bear, I'll probably try to take it. We will head that way. So staying motivated and strategizing, staying motivated in Pax Dei, like any other game, some people on the internets have said that Pax Dei is basically a medieval gathering. It was really good. I can't remember what it was. It was like a medieval worker simulator or something like that. And it was pretty funny. But if you go into a game with mindset, you're not going to have fun. Like, is this a chore for me because I have to go here? Yeah. I'm going to have fun doing it? Absolutely. Am I going to find new stuff? Yeah, because I've marked things on the map. I know where I'm going. One thing I highly advise for everybody is to mark things on the map that they find interesting, so when you do go to that area again, you can go pick up that interesting item or that rare item. But you can also find new things, right? Because you can avoid the area where you know things are and just go to the areas where you don't know things are. Sometimes it's strategy, sometimes not. If you have a clan or, you know, people around you, you create a party and you go kill some bad guys. And in killing those NPCs, you'll get different aspects of the undiscovered objects. Alright, let's see. I got 2 dire wolves up here. I'll split the middle since I'm spreading. I'll be fine. Again, thinking ahead, right? Like anything in any game, strategy is key. He'll be activated because I'm facing him. Nope. Ooh, I was just out of his reach. That's good. So I don't have to worry about him coming up behind me and fighting me. Let's see. One of the what drives you most in staying motivated in the game? Is it the gameplay itself? Is it personal achievement within the gameplay, or is it mastery of skills? I've said this before, and I'll say it 100 times. Pax Day is not you're going to master every skill in the first year of playing. Well, maybe in the first year, but you'll be grinding. So, for example, I went up 2 levels in baking today, but baking is not that bad until you get to level 20, and then as you get to level 20, all your skills start to what's a good way of putting it? Always get grapes. I didn't realize there was grapes there. I don't need those mushrooms or those garlic or that garlic. So keep that in mind as well. The way the game is played, it doesn't lend to mastery of every skill. Although you can master some skills, and that's good enough. I already ran out of food. See what I got here. Thought I heard somebody near me, but okay. It's not. That's the best way to find somebody near you in the. I don't know if you can do that in the PvP area. I should actually go to the PvP area and find out. That board did not see me. Okay, I'm okay with that. Oh, there's some Emphyr. If I don't have to fight, my strategy is not fighting today, other than bears. Because bear meat I can always use right now. And since I know where the morals are, that's the mushroom that is down in the ancient forest. I'll go there probably tomorrow. It's probably no. Because morals are good, but bear meat is better. As a matter of fact, for every stew you make, you will use 1 morel. Put in the chat how you pronounce that, or how you pronounce it. I don't know. But ultimately, the bear meat is where you're gonna hit the wall, if you will, for the amount of bear stew that you want to make. They're hard to kill. They take a long time to kill. Honestly, going into this land, I should have just went somewhere else if I wanted to kill bears a little bit. There's other areas that the bears are a little bit easier. Not entirely easier, but a little bit easier. Alright, I am here to pick up different things, but overall, is that... I'm gonna get myself dizzy with this. Oh, there's rosemary. Need some. I do not need golden coffee, but and I thought there was some type of barley or rye up here. I don't look for it often. It's a very common thing, but okay. As a matter of fact, I might want to. Let's bow him first. That way I can get a couple shots in. There we go. Starting out pretty good. I'm just waiting. Oh, you know what? I need to level this thing. It's more difficult. I should have brought the other armor, really, if I wanted to do this, but that's neither here nor there. Come on. There we go. The other one has a combo with the shield that's a little bit better. So the strategy, again, everything about this game is strategy. Really, if you want to excel at every game that you play, especially MMOs, you want to create a strategy of day-to-day activity. And guess what? That's really great for your life every day, IRL. I think a lot of psychologists will say, you know, plan out your day. But here's where I think motivational speakers get it wrong and psychologists don't have time to tell you about it, is you want the things you do in a day, you want them to be achievable. Don't... Yeah, I knew there was something up here. I'm thinking. I could always drop rise everywhere. But it is a basic component. So, in doing so, you want to make those little things achievable. If you miss something, right? If you decide to do all these things and you miss did you have a successful day? The answer is yes. But we as humans wouldn't perceive that. Same in Pax Dei, same in any other game. If you think you're going to do something and you miss it, you're less likely. This guy is really tough. Ah, come on. Oh, come on. I want this one. Whoa. Almost. I gotta get out from under this tree. This bear is pretty quick, considering. And using all the tools in my arsenal. Ah, should have went in twice for that one. That's all right. It's gonna lengthen the length of the combat. But it's not gonna hurt me overall. But I just noticed my stamina and my health. I never eat with the good combats. So this should go to kind of give you some hope. You don't really need a great amount of health or a great amount of stamina, so long as you don't get hit. When you get hit, you lose stamina. It used to be every swing of the sword, you would lose stamina, and it was just horrible, because you could barely win against a wolf. But as this is occurring, wow, I'm getting really tight into him. There we go. Here we go. Getting into a rhythm. I'm really trying to keep an eye on my cooldown. I know it's 25 seconds on this weapon until I get better with it, or a better weapon, I think it is. There we go. I'm hoping to level this weapon up is what it is, honestly, because it's a really good weapon. But I'm up 40 on all the other ones. And that's the other strategy to the game, is level up on the weapons you want to level on, right? And then work on other weapons if you want to be a fighter for everybody, right? That's the big thing. Emphyer's not really a fighter. If I really chose a path for him, he'd probably try to be more alchemist. He's really good at alchemy, but he's not 100% on the alchemy train yet. I don't need more rock. I need something else. That right. Oh, wheat, I'll take. But I think I got plenty of rye. Yeah, I got 29 now. I don't need anything else. Like I said, that's everywhere, and I don't need to be in this area to grab it. It's a really waste of this area, right? Because I can grab other stuff that isn't the most common plant in all of Pax Dei. So keep that. Ooh, is this on my map? It is not on my map. So make it on the map. Again, strategy, guys. When you go out exploring and you know where things are, it makes it easier to skill or level your skills efficiently. I don't know why I have my spear out. The sun is actually making this day a nice day in here. Usually you can't see that far. What I'm probably going to do is start to head to that forest. So let's just go up this way. Forest from this direction. Hopefully hit another patch of rosemary that I didn't know about. Golden poppy, don't need it. Granite, I don't need granite. Not yet. Limestone, don't need it. What I'm also looking for is lemongrass, but lemongrass is in the rocklands. It's not on this side. I'm not really doing too much looking, if you know what I mean. All right, so let's talk about the extrinsic game-sided things that can keep you motivated. Leveling up, earning loot, gaining recognition. Right? Those are three things. In Pax Dei, the gaining recognition isn't really a thing. Other than with other players, but you're gaining that recognition with other players. So it's a little bit more volatile than the game giving you feedback, right? And that's the important distinction. The game that gives you feedback gives you a little dopamine rush, right? And some countries actually have laws against that. The reward system, because it gives you a little dopamine rush. Like leveling up will give you a dopamine rush in any game. However, in this game, the leveling up is so few and far between at higher levels that you're going to play longer to get it, right? And that's one of the things the countries have a problem with. I want to make sure I don't get jumped by 2 dire wolves. Let's see any. Usually they're here at the entrance. There's 2 to my left. Make sure I don't get jumped on the right. Could I take 2? Maybe. I'd have to switch weapons for sure. Do I want to try to take 2? It depends if they're level 34s or not. Level 24s I might be able to take by myself. It would be a battle. I'd rather not have this. I'd rather have different armor. But I only see 1 down there. I only see 1. Do I go for it? Yeah, let's get a little dopamine. Let's see, I'm gonna go in with this first. Let it see me. There we go. Come on. Let it run. Ooh, it did get me. Keeps coming up on me. There we go. You want to back up just enough for it to try to attack, but not be so close to you that it runs up like that. All right. You got reach with this thing? There we go. Always skin it. I took a little bit of damage, more damage than I wanted to. Check where, since I'm in the forest. Which forest? It's all around me. Let's go this way. Split the difference. Here's the bat flower. I gotta clean up the tree branches in order to find all the bat flowers there. Usually there's 2 sites for bat flowers. There we go. And that was here. All right, let me turn around because honestly, I don't need to go through everything over there. And then I can take out this. Okay. So the extrinsic rewards. They're still refining it in Pax Dei. It's early access, like I said. So you're gonna have to be patient on that. Like the animals are pretty solid right now. You kill an animal, you get the skin, the hide, some other things. You know, so you're good there. Let's see if I have this on the map. Yeah, that's definitely on the map. I got them all. Alright. And we're going over this one. Actually, we're going down. Did I miss something? Oh, they're right here. Good to know. That's those 2, so we make left. All right. So intrinsic, of course, is the enjoyment of the gameplay, the personal achievement, master the skills, right? That's intrinsic. The extrinsic or the actual leveling up and everything like that. So the common in-game motivators. You got quests, of course, levels and achievements. And in this game, you have named opponents, and those named opponents will give you certain things that are undiscovered, is what they call them in your skill or craft station, which is kind of cool. It's a different concept for me, but it's not a bad concept. So that's the last one on this side that I know of. Let's go a little bit further and see if we can find some that I never found before. If there's only one up there, I'm not too worried. It's when I get 2. Yeah, there it is. There's the second. All right. Guilds or clans in this case, parties and cooperative gameplay is a big motivator for me. Yeah, like I said, if I at the beginning, if I like the people I'm playing with, I'm gonna log on every day. We're gonna do stuff, no matter how mundane we think it is. We're gonna do stuff, and it'll be fun, right? Because we're with people, we're talking, joking, having camaraderie, having a good time. So the other is exploration and discovering, finding hidden areas, secrets, or lore. Now, this one I love about Pax Day, and this is one of the reasons I don't try, or I try not to go on the forums. There are forums like, oh, you can find this here and find that there, and I'm like, but that takes away from the fun of exploration. Like, to me, this is fun. Trying to find different things, being the bearer of knowledge. One thing I do like about Pax Day, unlike some other games, not all, but some other games, you can sit here and know where a resource is. Tell people about the resource because it doesn't matter. The resource will repopulate itself or regenerate, right? So honestly, it would behoove you to make friends, influence people by providing. Is that only one? By the way, if you put your cursor on the wolf, it'll tell you what it is. Make sure I can fight this thing. I'm surprised it hasn't seen me. Here we go. Come on. I'll take the first hit. I'll take that hit. Ah, come on. I did it again. This one keeps coming up on me. Yeah, I took the damage. I shouldn't have, but I did. I was like, just take the damage. Take the potion. This weapon is going to be hard to level up. I've got plenty of deadly shit. I'm not worried about shooting. Red current though. I'll take some of that. I thought I can really use it anymore. Where was that? Yeah, so I love doing exploration and discovery and taking that information, especially in role-playing servers where you came up with this really crazy forest, mists were surrounding me. You kind of play it up like you would in a real tavern, and you just have fun with it. And it is a lot. It's a lot of fun when you do stuff like that. It adds to the mystique and environment of the game you're playing, and it, again, you're going for motivation. So does that motivate me to come back? If I'm hearing a story from somebody as well, does that motivate me to be like, wow, I want to find that place? Or, you know, oh, I got to try that, what that person said, right? So all these things are motivating factors for me, at least in exploration and discovery. The other aspect to this game that I don't think a lot of people appreciate is the fact, I gotta make sure I'm not coming up on something that baddie. See where I am. Yeah, let me go out into the field. There we go. Go out to the field and I think we just go straight over. Yeah, looks like it. Pick up the stuff I know about, and then go search for stuff I don't. It's a good strategy. Well, the other aspect to MMOs, especially, or games, do you want to play all the time? And if the answer is no, then the answer is no. You play as much as you want and move on. You don't have to play all the time, but expect those results. And this is good for IRL as well. If you're not practicing all the time, and then you go and do something, don't expect to be the expert or perfect at it. And that's okay. And the expectation, setting the expectation, is going to keep you sane. So keep that in mind as well. Not everybody is going to be, I don't have 100 of these, so yeah. So it's only taking up one slot, so I'll pick up the next one too. So that's common in game motivators, right? And clans, I gotta say, that's probably the biggest, especially in an MMO. Probably the biggest in-game motivator. Even if I'm standing around doing nothing but talking to my guild, I'm logged on. I'm having a interaction with the community, with friends at that point, because most of the time your guild members will become your friends. You'll just have a good time, whether it's talking about the game or things you're doing in the game, or sometimes you might want to break character and you'll talk about other things. All this is good stuff. There's nothing wrong with this. Oh, what was that? Cloudberry. I don't use Cloudberry for anything. You know what? I'll mark it on the map just because I haven't been marking on the map. Escape. Go back to map. Zoom on myself. And I'll do that little star for Cloudberries. And then I will go kind of that way. I don't want to go into the den of villainy. Could I probably take them? Yeah. But that would take a lot of strategy, and we've gone over those combat strategies. And I don't think I'm very prepared to do it. I'm not halfway. I'm decently prepared. Can I work on it? I don't know. Put it on the map. I haven't been doing that, but I'm going to start because I will need Cloudberry someday. Whether that someday is going to be soon or not, yeah, it's up to the devs. I haven't encountered any bears. I don't even hear any. There's one. So I have a bear. Where do I want to fight it? I can fight it up here. It's only a gray bear. Walk over here, run a little bit. There we go. And then we can start fighting it. There we go. Again, strategy. Knowing what you want to do is just as important as location of where you want to do. I'm in a different zone than my home valley, and I have a couple friends playing now. Looks like my sound is off. Wow, yeah, that's alright. I took a lot of shots there at him. I deserve to get hit. Combos are important. Except the cooldown is Knowing the cooldowns are just as important. Wow, he's really coming out. Wow. There we go. If the shield's gonna take a hit, I might as well get another hit on him, right? Oh, I was in too far. Wow. Can't believe I got out of there without. There we go. Another successful hunt. Let's see if there's anything over here. Bows are not a good defensive weapon. You really want to use those as an offensive tool, because you'll never get a good shot off at any type of creature. Open something down here. Nothing. Let's see if I can even go through here. Looks like a cliff face. Yep, it's a cliff face. I could probably try to find a way down, but I don't feel like it. All right. So the next, I brought up some of the conversation I was gonna actually have with everybody about setting achievable goals. It's very important that you break larger tasks into smaller steps. This is true in IRL. It's true for Pax Day. Set reasonable expectations. A lot of people on New Year's resolutions, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year, and they don't start seeing any real advancement. They're working their butt off. They don't see anything within the first month, and they're like, I didn't achieve it. Well, you have another 9 months to achieve it. So let's be fair to yourself. But even so, 3 months is not a good measure of weight loss or for that goal, right? Just start right in with the spear attack. Man, these things are just massive on the hip points. Notice the terrain shifted and I had to put my back to the bear. Not exactly a great way of doing this combat, but that's alright. The terrain is still one I chose, so I have the winning strategy. If I stay calm, patient, and don't make mistakes like that. That was my fault. I got greedy there, but I'm not doing too bad, honestly. Even with that greed. I never really thought I'd be attacking bears by myself. I always thought I would need a clanmate. Don't get me wrong, clanmates would be great for this, and highly advised to actually get a clanmate to help you with it. Alright, which way was I going? I am headed in the right direction. I'll just keep this for now. Let's see where I'm going here. Oop, that's golden poppy. Don't need golden poppy. I'd like to see is more rosemary. That's what I'm out here for. I'm exploring an area that I haven't explored that well, so I'm going to try to see if I can't find more rosemary over this way. And then I'll kind of look back into the forest on top of that ridge. Can't get too close to that. Otherwise, I'll have another fight on my hands. I'll win, but rosemary. And then we'll put the map down. Click it. There we go. Where is the rosemary? I only saw 2. Is there only 2? You couldn't do there. There we go. It's on the other side of the ridge. And make sure. Okay. Let's see. So break long-term objectives into smaller, manageable milestones. Very important. I can't stress that enough. People for too long have given themselves unrealistic tasks. Is there 2 bears over there? Wow. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll get over here. I don't see anybody over there, so... Oh! I didn't hear him. That's alright. Pull him over here. Still have the advantage. Of course, I didn't eat. Sometimes, if you're cocky, you can do that. I needed some stamina. Not really cocky, but I needed some stamina, so... As long as you're blocking, you're not getting any stamina. There's a little sound that is not happening, which is not giving me an advantage to this combat. Because usually he grunts, things that you can key on. And it was a gray bear, of course. Get a little bit more use out of this one since I have control of the combat right now. There we go. Wow, that guy jumped on me quick. Need that. I need that one. Okay. I know there was another one. I don't want to run to it. There he was. Alright. Quick reflexes, gaming. Yeah, the actual gamer in me came out for once. Let's see. Finding your playstyle. Different roles, activities, combat, crafting, trading. Oh, absolutely. The more people are going to play this game, the more you're going to have those roles apparent. Meaning, they're going to be defining themselves a lot. There we go. This is gray bear, so I should be able to take it fairly easy. The other one was 2, but I just wasn't ready for it. Like I said, if you follow this method, you can probably take a bear with a low level skill. It will take a long time. I wanted that strike in there. It does 94, so you saw how little it took off of this bear's hit points. And then you just keep the pattern. They might change the pattern, which is fine. So you have to have the ability to adapt. Ooh, I missed. Sometimes you miss. It's like hitting the broadside of a barn, though. It's pretty fair, man. There we go. A large, rough animal hide I can live without. I'm gonna have to make some certain sacrifices soon, but not right now. Alright, where am I headed? I'm headed this way. Along this ridge. Alright, so well, not only in life, but in the game, break your long-term objectives into smaller, manageable milestones. I'm going to say it again because I lost where it was. Focus on completing specific quests or gathering resources for crafting. When I go out, one of my strategies is, let's say I need to make glass vials for alchemy. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take an axe and I'm just going to go out and get sand. That's all I'm going to get. Sand. I will drop everything else. Anything else that drops with anything, I'm going to remove from my scope. Here, I am kind of doing a couple things, but I didn't think I'd get totally a. I didn't think I'd totally get pulled this quickly, but I am hunting bears. This is a good place to hunt bears, so I do need those resources. Wheat, I'm gonna get because reasons. I don't know why. I'm beyond wheat and baking, but maybe it'll come back around, so I wouldn't be prepared. And I'm not marking wheat. Wheat is everywhere, so I'm not too worried about it. What I am worried about is the fact I can't hear it. So I am going to make sure I am talking to everybody. Yeah, it sounds like it. But the actual sounds of the world are not being, like, the animals aren't being translated. Oh, rosemary. Ooh. Finding rosemary. Before I didn't have all this rosemary. Oh, no. We will drop something here. Let's drop that. I can get that anywhere. I already marked it, so we can get one last. A lot of limestone. It's like a quarry up here. You know what? I'm going to mark it with one of these. Just because there's so much. Let's see. Finding your playstyle. Explore different roles. Absolutely. Join a clan. You'll explore different roles with that clan, and they'll guide you through those roles. Yeah, best thing ever. Explore. Explore. If you don't feel you will be contributing enough with the skill you're leveling, then you have time to change it. I don't even know where I'm going. Going up a mountainside. Pure exploration. Where are you going? I have no idea. Sorry. I don't think I can get up here. I don't think there's anything for me. Yeah, there's not. It's not there. I'm at the corner of the world. Let's see if I can. No, I can't. Stuff up there, but not what I need. Let's get back down. Now, this is a good opportunity to kind of get the lay of the land. Kind of give you it's a, I wouldn't say it's a cheat, but hey, the smoke's not there, right? And the lake on the left. There's a couple lakes on the left there, closer to me. Looks like if I just go down that bridge again, yeah, it's probably go down that bridge. Doesn't look like anything on the left would yield me any. Well, I don't know. Let's see, forest over there. Let's see what's in that forest. Nothing. No baddies. So let's look at it. Let's see if we can get to it. Yeah, focus on completing specific quests. If you're better suited for a solo adventure or guild leadership, so your guild you can join even though you're a solo adventurer, right? You can be one of their scouts, if you will, if you want to play a ranger. There are roles for healers, but so keep those roles in mind. Pax Dei is definitely a group MMO that will find a place. If you don't like the place you're finding, you don't have to stick with it. It wouldn't be fun to have to do something like it's a job. It looks like somebody's running. Let's see. So, relationship tips. The first thing I think everybody can agree to is don't be negative. Be positive. Be the positive person. Oh, it's only one. Okay. I was getting worried there for a second. Let him come up. He doesn't sound scary when he doesn't have a voice. There we go. I'm blocking something. I'd rather not get hit because this spear takes blocking damage. Wow, it's coming up on me an awful lot. There we go. I do that for skinning mostly. Maintain my hit points pretty good, but notice the damage on my spear. Not great. Not great. Not bad, but just not great. I think I've been in this area before. There's tons of wolves around, if I remember right. Because if I remember right, oh, there is a Some kind of mushroom. Let's see if it's up here. That's it. Artifact. Bring this new shield down. What I don't want is surprises. I got plenty of skull cap. I don't need skull cap. So yeah, you're not locked into anything. Please don't think you're locked into anything. If you like the game but you don't like the clan you're in, leave the clan. It's a very pointed point, but you don't, and they would rather you not be there than to have a horrible time. I guarantee it. Let me try to. I can. Looked in this forest, so I'm gonna kind of look around. Usually you can hear the monsters. I can't hear the monsters. I'm not happy about that. The good news is I swivel, so my playstyle actually creates my character looking around because, you know, you might miss something. So it's always a good thing. However, I don't like being attacked for something I didn't see, like earlier. Bear, for crying out loud. Lots of forest, lots of different fauna. Oh, crap. It's alright. There we go. Let's see if I can do the strategy. Ooh, no. Come on. There we go. Usually, you want to wait for him to hop, and then you can do 2 strikes. But man, that strike coming out at you. Man, he was tough. That's alright. Hopefully he was guarding something, right? He was guarding something that I want, right? That's why he was here. He's guarding mushrooms. Nope. I think that other thing is bad flowers. Right on, no. Yeah. Somebody back at home. I'm not in a clan yet. Like I said, I'm flirting with it. But they need red onions, so I will see what I can do. Uh-oh. That almost sucked. So the red onion is not that important. Okay. That was horrible. I was like thinking, death, I'm dead. Awesome. Looks like skull caps, maybe. Okay. I'm right on the edge of this. Don't need to be. Don't need to be here. There we go. So let's nothing else in that. I got a bat flower out of it. Bat flowers are rare. They're not easy to find. Alright, let's run through here and kind of control our speed. All right, back to it. Yeah, definitely leverage the community. If you really like the game, you wanna really be part of the community. It will keep you motivated, especially if people are like, yeah, we're gonna meet here and we're gonna do this and we're gonna have some fun doing this. You know, we know of a dungeon. You can come with us. Parties are max 6. But if you're with the right party, you can definitely start to level up your combat skill. And if they have a healer, even better. Then you can take a little bit more chance. There's one person I know that he created a tanky class, which I thought was brilliant, honestly. Did these bears just regenerate? Yeah, they did. Man. I could probably get by without them noticing. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? I need the bear meat anyway. I'm a bear. Oh, wait. Why am I doing that? And I can pick time and location. Oh, that was a bear. I will be so ready for elderberry syrup when the time arises. Need alpha. You need alpha. Make sure. Beat him down there. Wow, I barely got that out there. You saw magic. That's best I can give it to you. That was magic. There is no possible way I could whip the shield and spear out that fast, going backwards with a bow in my hand. So, magic. Definitely magic. Ah, I let him hit it. That's alright. There we go. I'm okay. There we go. Gotta be careful, because I'm starting to get close to him. I'm not as afraid of bears as the humanoid PvP or PvE of the NPCs. They hit hard, especially down in ancient forest. Oh, stepped in too close. That's alright. There we go. This next one, what I won't do is I won't get my arrows out. Let's see. All right, let's do something real quick. I'm gonna pop in a question into the chat since we've gone through a little bit, and it is, what's your favorite strategy for staying motivated in Pax Dei or any other game? Share your tips, your ideas. As always, this channel is not only for Pax Dei, it could be a gaming channel and a life channel. We go through thinking, life, motivation, all kinds of things, philosophy, leadership, between leadership and management. Here he comes. Come on, big guy. There we go. Usually you hear the growl of the bear. It's not the... That's a... reset my strategy, 30 wasn't bad, but it's still still a little bit too much. These respawns were pretty fast. Oh. Didn't want to do 3. Yeah, that worked. That should have been the combo from the get-go, and I went in early. That's my fault. Gotta time it. It's all about timing. You know what? I'm gonna keep that. See, I got copy. There we go. I just wanted it to end, honestly. Let's keep looking for Rosemary. All right. Well, the psychology of motivation. Now we talked about motivation. We gave you a few a few suggestions, ideas, and everything I say on this channel. I want to remind everybody: do your own research, critically think through these podcasts. Not everything I say is golden, and I do accept feedback. It's essential for my learning. That's partly why the channel has been created, so I can learn. We have an entire community, world community. And if I didn't take advantage of that fact, I would be remiss. People would be like, hey, by the way, did you know you had X amount of people? Oh, crap. I forgot about him. That's all right. That's okay. Again, not being able to hear the bear. Back him up to where I need to fight him. I don't know why I can't hear him. I can hear everything else. Let me check my sound settings after this. Nah, see? Well, let me just check. There we go. I knew it was going to do that, but that's all right. You take the chance, you calculate how much it's going to do damage-wise to you. I think I'm solid on my combat skills. Where I'm not solid is my armor. The next set of armor, not the best armor look. I like my current armor look. So there is that. And what I'm doing is I'm looking at cooldowns, I'm looking at the Gray Bear. There we go. There we go. There it is. Wow. If you stay in the bear and allow it to hit your shield, you're going to die. And I didn't have anything? Oh my god. You just saw another miracle. Because I was stupid. So, how does motivation work? Let's talk about that. The dopamine in a goal setting and reward systems. And so dopamine is in that the goal setting and reward systems. So let's take that and run it through our in-game filter. I can't stay here forever. And of course, I'm using ChatGPT to give us some in-depth answers, right? All right, so it's going to give me a really scientific answer. That's not what I really. But that's okay. I'll read it, and then you tell me if it resonates with you. So, the role of dopamine in goal setting and reward systems. And like I said, and I'll bring up the countries that actually put laws in place. It wasn't stopping. Whoa! I did not see that bear again. I didn't hear it. It's so annoying. Glad I had my weapons out. Glad to eat. We're gonna get through this dopamine reward system. That's alright. One of the goals I set was to get bear meat. And I'm going to get it. Wow, don't go right. There we go. I had to stun it there for a second. Oh! Kind of looked good too. I made the bear look good because I did the spin around after it hit me. That's alright. Ah, came in too early. We're gonna have to. That's a potion of healing. There we go. Gotta be patient. Don't deviate from the strategy on bears. Unless you want to learn something. And that's okay. Failure is fine, so long as you learn from the failure and you can adapt your strategy based off of that failure. I don't think this gives me dopamine hits. Probably lowers my cortisol, saying, "Oh my god, almost got freaking killed by a bear." All right, let's go down this ridge and hope I don't walk into another bear willy-nilly. All right. So dopamine is a neurotransmitter that plays a critical role in the brain's reward and motivation systems, often referred to as the feel-good chemical. It is involved in the anticipation of rewards, the experience of pleasure, and the drive to achieve goals. So it's a necessary chemical our brain releases for different reasons, right? Okay, there's a bear up here. Just looks like there's a bear up there, doesn't it? How much limestone is there? Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6 ish. Let's map anyway. Let me look out here before I do anything else. Alright, let's go this way. Gotta go down here. Alright. I think everybody's heard of dopamine. If you haven't, I'd be surprised, honestly. Let me look around. Couldn't be a bear anywhere near me. Usually I hear the bears. Okay. So, what trees are slating at giving youth time and rewards in game. And what is the summary of those. This is important because it's affecting everybody. Anybody who plays a game is affected by dopamine hits. You're not Superman, not going to, or you're not a Vulcan. That's might be a better, um, that would be better analogy. Hmm. You're having a monitor on the other screen. Okay, so several countries have implemented regulations to address concerns about excessive gaming, particularly among minors. These measures are often focused by limiting playtime and in-game spending to mitigate potential negative effects of gaming. So it doesn't look like dopamine so much. However, in 2021, Chinese restrictions were tightened, allowing minors to play online games only between 8 and 9 p.m. On Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and public holidays. That's it. That's a law. In-game spending caps were imposed on minors in-game purchases, with monthly caps varying by age group. Real name verification to enforce these rules. China implemented the real name verification system, requiring players to register with their official identification. Vietnam, Japan are they're the leading ones here. So when you look at dopamine as a motivating factor, dopamine is released in anticipation of a reward, not just the reward received. Now, I was listening to I think it was Tim Robbins today. I had an interview with who was it? Who was it? I'll think of it. But he was mentioning how your mind will anticipate things, right? And you gain what negative or positive things from that situation, that thought. He said it more eloquently, and I heavily advise you to go look up his work. But he's playing on these type of uh, dopamine. He literally, it sounded, I should say, because he knows what he said. It sounded like he's measuring or anticipating the dopamine hits, right? Based off of how motivated you are. He's a photo. I wouldn't say he's just a motivation coach, but he basically is. He speaks to you in such a way where he allows you to redefine certain things, and he's done studies on this through his anecdotal studies, thousands of people, millions of people, right? So there's some truth to what he's saying, right? Even if you don't believe the science, read some of the studies that he's put out. It's no matter where the information comes from, it could be valid. So you want to at least read it and make the determination by yourself, right? So it creates the sense of motivation, driving individuals to take actions that might lead to a reward. In-game anticipation of leveling up or earning a rare item triggers dopamine release, motivating people to continue to play. So think about these types of motivating factors, and also think about how the game is creating dopamine in anticipation. Why can't we use the same factor in a game to motivate us in real life? Right? What would that look like? Well, anticipation of a reward. A lot of people would go back to the let's just use something that's just it's insane, so don't ever do this. if you work out afterward, you can get a scoop of ice cream. It's a reward, right? After a hard day's workout, you're rewarding yourself with some ice cream. You're looking forward to that reward. I know many people are probably going to relate to this because it's just totally counterintuitive. I'll think of another analogy. However, that's a reward based system. I was gonna say, how many freaking dogs are there? To the forest. Let me see if there's anything. Am I passing it? Where am I? Looking for the out down here. Oh, back in that forest? Jeez. Okay. It might have regened, I guess. I'm not as scared as I am as I was in forests like this. Before I was so on my toes. I guess it's the fear factor, really. The motivation is finding the bay, right? The anticipation. Rewarding. Dopamine reinforces behaviors by creating positive feedback when a goal is achieved or a reward is obtained. Winning a boss fight in a game or completing a challenging quest provides dopamine boost, reinforcing the behavior that led to success. So if you... Oh, I just saw it. That's all right. We'll fight him. Yeah, let's skip over. Get the 4 strike out there. And he can do 2s. Especially when he jumps. Stay close, but not too close. That's the key with the dire. If you get too far away, he's going to run to close the distance. But if you do it right, you can end it. That was a total calculated risk. Okay. Where's this thing? It should be right behind me. Hoping they respond. Yes, they did. Phew. Sorry. All right. So, one of the problems with dopamine is it sounds like you can get addicted to it, honestly. It doesn't sound like something you want to mess around with. Not in casual circles, right? But it sounds powerful. It sounds like something you can control, right? Something to use or utilize. Something up there. Did I miss it? Is it a bat flower? Out. Oh, belay. Base. Dopamine hit. No, kidding. I knew it was here, so I wasn't really anticipating. Just like music. Let's see. Something to my right and down, huh? Let's do it. So for learning, it sounds like dopamine is the key ingredient of trying to win, if you will. I got this. Yeah, I'm out of it. Oh my god. Anything worth... Yeah, let's see if there's any red onions I run into. Ooh. There we go. So let's go this way. Like I said, there's people that are looking for red onions, and I just happen to be here. So if I get a stack of 20, I will give it to them because I do not need them yet. I do not know at a higher level of cooking if I'll need one. But for now, I do not need it. I'm looking. Always looking for another resource. Even though I didn't map, I know I haven't mapped everything, so always look for new resources. The danger on this is not being able to hear the wolves, boars, or bears. I just have to worry about boars, bears. Or, I'm sorry, boars and wolves here. Excuse me. But for the most part, there's a wolf up there. It's should be coming up. There's one right behind. To be no camera. Might be. We'll leave it, but it's just the enoki. There's our wood. Okay. So over dopamine. So learning and habit formation with dopamine. Dopamine helps encode experiences in the brain, making it easier to remember actions or that led to the rewards over time. This process forms habits as the brain learns to associate certain behaviors with positive outcomes. Repeated success in crafting systems in an MMO creates the habit of seeking out resources to refine skills. And this is where addiction comes in. Habit forming for sure. Addiction. Yeah. So keep that in mind as you're playing games. They could be addicting. Not in a horrible way at first, but you definitely want to keep your sanity. You want to think about things. If you're having fun, great, awesome. Keep having fun. I think where I'm at on the point is know your limitations. Know what makes a habit and what makes a an addiction. So two different things. Two very different things. Let's see if I'm near anything. I am near something. Like it was behind me. And to the left. You up here? Oh, right around me. I'll take it. Looking. If I turn left. Let's turn left. The map isn't that fine of a resolution, so I might be up here, there. Since I'm up here, I'm going to farm the crap out of these things. They're for fatty boar stew, and I'm already at bear stew, but that's okay. Not too super. I can eat fatty boar stew and not be like hard pressed or anything else. Let's see what else is going on. Resilience through small wins. Dopamine is released even for small accomplishments, helping to maintain motivation over time. Breaking large goals into smaller, manageable milestones creates frequent opportunities for dopamine. So we're kind of circling back to the create the idea of smaller incremental tasks and you will be able to. This is a bad flower. You'll be able to fine tune your. Am I fighting that thing? I am fighting that thing. Ooh, those things. I want to fight both of them. Not for Bay. Got plenty of Bay. 3 of them over there? There's 3. Maybe a 4. I really don't need the Bay that bad. Let's go. Okay. With all that said, so we're back to the break things into smaller things. Digest. What's the saying? You don't swallow the elephant all at once if you want to eat it. You eat it in small bites. Eventually, over days, weeks, years, you will achieve what your goal was. And that's the important part of breaking tasks into smaller, manageable pieces. Now, with the goal setting, with that dopamine hit or the smaller milestones, you still want to have definitive endpoints. So keep that in mind as you're playing games or crafting your daily schedule for life, right? You want these little things. Dopamine influences decision making by helping evaluate the potential benefits and risks of the action. Think about it. High levels of dopamine can increase risk-taking behaviors, while lower levels might lead to caution. And it makes sense, right? If I'm going to be rewarded, I really want that reward. What is that? Skydiving. I want to land. I want the thrill of actually flying through the air. That's my dopamine. It's a risk. People with low dopamine requirements might be like, yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna eat this Snickers bar. So it deciding to engage in a high-risk raid in an MMO for the chance of rare loot is influenced by dopamine-driven risks and reward calculations. Now, one of my friends that I met, he thinks I've run away from everything, and he's not wrong, honestly. But the reward center of my brain is like, yeah, it's not worth it, right? So in that aspect of the game, my dopamine might not be like, I don't want to go on a raid. Why? Because I'm fine. I'm good. I don't need anything. I don't need that rare item as much as somebody else. Let's translate this IRL. People want money. Well, people want money, do high-risk behaviors to get money. People who want money, but they don't feel need for it, might not do risky. They might just work 9 to 5. I get money. I gotta worry about it. It is laggy. Must be a lot of people here. Oh, crap. So laggy, I was not able to, He was walking by. Oh, Seb. Oh, he just ran by. Okay. Alright. So I think we're starting to kind of finish up the podcast, but I want you to come around with here's some dopamine gaming versus real life. Let's Progression systems in gaming, dopamine. Like leveling up, unlocking new abilities, earning achievements, all trigger dopamine. Reward loops, frequent feedback, like loot drops, XP gains, keeps players engaged by maintaining that dopamine. Challenge and mastery, overcoming difficult in-game obstacles by providing it provides greater dopamine rush and reinforcing effort. In real life, setting goals. Dopamine is critical in making goals feel desirable and worth pursuing. Example, anticipation of earning a promotion motivates actions like improving skills or working harder. Footnote. Yes, it will motivate you, but it will also crash that motivation if the corporation doesn't recognize those efforts, not just by recognition, but by actually creating a motion for you. Real life, let's see. Dopamine is critical in making goals feel desirable or worth pursuing. So keep that in mind. Tracking progress, achieving smaller milestones, like completing a project phase, releases dopamine, encouraging continued effort. Habit building, consistently achieving small wins helps form positive habits, such as regular exercise or learning new skills. Exercise is great dopamine. Uh, and dopamine's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad thing to trigger your dopamine. You just have to be aware as a conscious being that is able to critically think and listens to this channel that certain behaviors, although rewarded, should be questioned at a period in time of your choosing. If somebody tries to intervene on your behalf, certainly listen to them, especially if they're close. But if they're not close, take what they said, evaluate it with the weight it deserves, and then you are the arbiter of that weighting. You provide that weight. Don't let strangers dictate your habits or your fun. Like I said before, critical role I think came up with it, and I think they made a shirt out of it. And if they didn't, it should be. Your fun is wrong. It just didn't make sense, right? Somebody come up to you and you have fun playing D&D? That sucks. That's wrong. It's like, how can your fun be wrong? It's your fun. It's your desire. It's your group activity, right? Some people like going to football games. Some people like playing football. That's good. So you're not wrong in liking it. Is there massive damage that can be done in today's with today's athletes? For sure. But it's all in pursuit of that dopamine, that recognition, that spotlight, the dopamine. Right? Let's see. It does go into dopamine motivation cycles. Really? Talking here. Just run this way. All right, so the dopamine motivation cycle. First, anticipation. Dopamine is released when you think about it or a reward, creating excitement and motivation. You want that excitement. If you're not excited, dopamine's probably not shooting through your system, or it's at very low levels. Action. This motivation drives behavior toward achieving the goal. Reward. Successfully completing the goal triggers the dopamine spike, reinforcing the behavior. Reinforcement. The memory of success encourages similar actions in the future. So if you ever wanted to communicate the dopamine cycle or mimic or try to anticipate or create an event or manage your goals through a dopamine cycle, first anticipation, action, reward, reinforcement. think about the anticipation though. It has to be exciting and motivating. It can't be negative. You're not your body won't produce a negative dopamine for a negative action. I was wondering why I can't do stuff. So what happens if you get too much? So overstimulation is an excessive reliance on quick dopamine hits. Can reduce sensitivity over time. So dopamine is how do we say it when a medicine is you're not resistance to it. It's the opposite of. Well, I guess resistance. You're getting resistance to dope. Over understimulation, lack of dopamine activity can lead to difficulty setting goals or feeling motivated. How many of us are in that? People with conditions like depression may find it hard to take action or even do things they enjoy. That I think everybody has experienced at one point in time or another. The addiction potential. Dopamine-driven behaviors such as gaming or gambling can become addictive if the brain becomes overly dependent on the reward system for satisfaction. So we talked about that through the conversation, right? Come on, see me. Just need the skinny. There we go. All right. So here's a couple tips on leveraging dopamine for motivation. So let's talk about those. Once I get in here. Stop. There we go. So big break goals are big break goals. I'm already losing it. Break big goals into small steps. Frequent opportunities for dopamine release by achieving create frequent opportunities for dopamine release by achieving smaller milestones. Examples: set daily or weekly goals in gaming or personal life. Celebrate wins. Acknowledge and celebrate small achievements to maintain motivation and momentum. Not enough of us celebrate wins. It has been drummed into a lot of us that winning, if you celebrate it, there's some kind of the universe won't take kindly to it. You'll jinx it. It's stop it. Stop. Get out of that habit. Celebrate your wins. Delay your gratification. Spread out the rewards to make them feel more meaningful and avoid overstimulation. Instead of buying all the upgrades at once, earn them gradually to maintain a sense of progress. Now that's gaming. What would you delay gratification on daily goals? For real life, we can talk about that on another podcast. Stay curious. Curiosity activates dopamine. This is the basis for this channel. Making learning and exploration more enjoyable. That's why I try to tie it with gaming a lot, because most of us that watch gaming channels look at the gaming channels as ways to get tips, tricks, but we also do we stay curious, right? In real life, just stay curious. Ask questions. There's nothing wrong about asking questions. How you ask. Well, I highly advise going to Vin Gang, Giang. He's a channel on YouTube. He's an expert communications coach. He's very good. And that'll start you down the path of looking at all kinds of communications, how to communicate, how to use volume, how to use tone, how to not be boring, right? How to get people to listen to you, how to stop talking, listen to people. and then ask questions. Why is that important? A, you're curious, because it should be genuine. And B, it gives them the insight that you are paying attention to them. All right. That's it for today's podcast. I'll be back on tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed today. I have 2 videos out. I have Closer Than I Knew, that's on YouTube and X, on my Elysian audio channel. And I also have Shackles and Shadows, which is on I just posted it to X today. Go take a look at them. They're really good songs. I was very surprised with Suno AI and my ability to use the English language to help Usenet, which is ChatGPT, craft a song that made sense. So with that, I definitely want you to check those out. I'll be making a 3rd video, hopefully in a couple weeks. I'll have that out there. And then that'll be a little bit funky for the new year. It's called, what is it? Groove Through Life. It was a groovy song. I tried to make it more funky, and it does achieve that. And it's just a fun song. As always, on the front end, the intro and the outro are Suno AI's and crafted lyrics for Pax Dei. So we have a Pax Dei theme on those 2. With all that said, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, comment. I will see the comment and I will return the comment or answer the comment to the best of my ability. If I'm wrong on anything on my channel, be nice about it and let me know. Hey, and give me a source so I can look it up, right? Hey, and I'm not source dismissive, but I will weigh the source. And I encourage everybody else to weigh the sources that are provided to them or that they find, no matter where, if it's the internet or if it's a research study, where it came from. Do your research. Do you have to do that on all of them to have an informed opinion? Yes, you do. And you'll get a more in-depth knowledge of the information that you're looking up. But that's what this channel is all about. I'll think about what we're going to go over tomorrow. It's obviously Pax Day a little bit anyway. With all that said, again, hit that like button, share the show with your friends, and we will see you tomorrow. So the 3 things I want everybody to do while we're away is be good to everybody, be good to yourself, and stay safe.
With every step, a lesson learned. From fire's heat to the fields I've turned. The blade and bow, the forge and flame. I sharpen my skills, I play the game. Each day brings a challenge I must face. I train my hands with careful grace. From alchemy's art to the hunter's way, I'll find the strength to seize the day. I carve my path, I walk the line, in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. From the herbs I find to the iron I mold, each lesson learned is a story told. The stars above, they guide my hand. As I hone my craft, I take my stand. In the quiet woods, in the mountains chill, I push myself, I shape my will with each new tool and every lore. I'm stronger now than I was before. I carve my path, I walk the line in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil, I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive in a world where the strong survive. I face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. The road is long, but I won't turn back. The lessons I learned keep me on track. With each new skill, the stronger I grow. In the face of the storm, I let my courage show. I've tasted defeat, I felt the sting, but I rise again with each new spring. For knowledge is power, and wisdom the key. I'm forging my path, I'm breaking free. The skill of survival, the will to thrive in a world where the strong survive. I'll face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight.